I'm Devin Jersey Beat with Lostprophets.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good to meet you. It is a very nice day. We're lucky today.
Yeah, it is.
It's usually like 1,000.
It's been like that every week we've been up to so far, so.
You're bringing the watch weather with you, maybe?
Yeah, yesterday was pretty nice, actually.
It was cold yesterday.
Yeah, but we were in Philadelphia.
Did you have such a
Apparently, it was barbecue, I guess.
Oh, well, they're barbecuing for you guys like every day, right?
No, but we had barbecue like out left the flight.
Everybody's leaving the venue. It's like horrible food.
No, the food's really good. You have to fucking queue for like an hour, and see stage time changes every day, and sometimes you miss food. So it's nice to play early to get out.
Well, like, is that sucky when you have to play at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, or is that
No, it's great. Yeah, we finished at 12:45 yesterday. Went out, went to the gym, went out, had food.
Oh, yeah?
So yes, it was ideal. Been every year. I mean, we record all the albums here and stuff.
Oh, you do record
Yeah,
there.
we're always out here.
So, how you like the job? You have fun?
Good. It's funny you think everyone's forgotten about it, but that's not the case. Every sign-in is like the queues are really long and the crowds are really cool.
Well, how's the crowd response been to the new album?
We only play one song off it, so it's hard to tell really, but
Do they know the words? That's
I mean, because we haven't been for so long, we kind of have to backtrack, do last train home and not play those songs because a lot of people haven't seen us play those either, so it's a very condensed greatest hits set, like 6 songs.
Oh, you only get
6 songs.
Wow. You have to pack a lot of that into
We have like 50 or 60 songs, so it's pretty difficult.
Yeah. How do you decide what you're going to play?
You kind of decide yourself. You have to play last train home. You have to play this stuff. You have to play show. You have to play radio. You have to do one up to the record, which is on the radio, which is bring it down. And then we put one heavy one in, which is right. So.
Speaking of bring it down, this is kind of like it's like the album is kind of upbeat musically, but it's like kind of a darker departure for the album. So, is it kind of like a testament to the human condition, like where it's like upbeat, but then there's dark moments?
It's hard to say. We don't really think about it like that, but then I guess.
Did I attach way too much thought to it?
No, I think it's true, isn't it? I mean, it's like my favorite band is The Cure, and I think they're the perfect example of you have the most upbeat, we have the most upbeat song, and then the darkest song in the world. It's Cure. Sometimes I like it when the music is really upbeat, the lyrics are dark.
Because you kind of don't know how to feel it. It's like dancing, what you're saying is really.
You don't need to be overly enthusiastic and happy.
You don't need to be really enthusiastic.
Like, it's
That would be
pretty dark, so
overkill.
it's a bit of balance it.
Well, Ian got his ass kicked by a girl in that video, so.
Yeah.
As another woman. What's the inspiration behind the new uniforms that you're asking the fans to wear?
I don't think it's anything deep rooted, it's just something that we thought we were doing for the UK to kind of aesthetically looks kind of cool, and I suppose carried it over to this tour as well. Just wearing all the jackets and the guys wearing the shirts.
Has everybody been busting them out? Have you got a good response?
Yeah, something nice because the fans can connect with, they can see you wearing it and then they can buy one as well. It's kind of
solidarity.
Yeah, I think it's like stuff like that.
But they like to feel included.
Yeah.
You know, social networking in particular is really brought everybody together.
Yeah.
You were really active on it for a while.
Yeah, still am. I think it's a double-edged sword though, isn't it?
Yes, because you're inviting commentary that you might not otherwise be doing.
Yeah, and some people need to be quite good as well. It's like it's back in my day when you could access your favorite band. You think that I would love you access to say all of the things that people would say to us. It's just a different generation of what they used to and what they expect.
Well, do you think it's the internet is creating that backlash, or do you think it's just making it a safer game for people who wouldn't otherwise have the ability to say something like this?
I think you can say it and kind of answer the question. It's definitely, it's definitely free to do. It's got its good points as well, but overall, I think it's quite good.
Well, it's almost, there's an expectation now amongst fans, I feel, that there should be this interaction with the band at all times, and somebody's a douchebag if they didn't come outside the house and sign something.
Yeah, it's like
It didn't used to be like that.
ultimately, and I don't mind signing stuff at all. Like, I got no problem with it taking a photo, but to me, the only thing you owe to the fans is the music. That should be the only thing that's important. I mean, I've had some stuff signed before, I suppose, when I was a kid, but it doesn't mean anything compared to what the music gives you, and that should be enough.
It should be.
You can do other things, but it shouldn't be all the time. Then it becomes boring.
It's boring. The band runs out of steam.
We used to feel compelled to like sign after every show when we were younger and a bit more enthusiastic, and these days I don't feel like not in a mean way, it's like if I'm in the mood I'll do it, but if I'm not, it's like I'm not going to stand up and sign all this stuff and just play for an hour and a half. That's
Well, do you find that people aren't like getting that far where it's like you're tired, you've had a long day?
Yeah, they definitely feel like you owe it to them more than they owe to you. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm not understanding that either. It's like people forget that you're
Yeah, you're no different, and we're definitely no more special than anybody else, but yeah, you honestly, and like you have pretty long days in the band, training, the last thing you do is communicate with a million people who are all going to say the same thing. You know, after the show, it's like,
yeah, pretty sure I love it.
it's nice, don't get me wrong.
Does it get real though? I mean, after you're a band for a while, you can sing them over and over again. Does it feel insincere? Like we're less sincere maybe than it used to be?
No, I don't think so, because everyone you meet, you know, it's a fresh face and it's a fresh perspective from Leopard. They've only said it to you once, whereas you get it 1,000 times, so
That's a good attitude.
yeah, so it doesn't feel insincere.
That's a nice thing for a band member to remember as well. 'Cause I think that's good that everybody starts to look alike.
You forget it sometimes,
Yeah.
and then you remember, you're like, this, you may do this every day, it might be boring, you want to sign it for first people, it's just interaction, this is a one-time, it's a one-off.
That's a really nice thing to do. So the message behind the song Jesus Walks is pretty different than Kanye West's message was, but people are insisting on comparing them. Why do you think that is? Yeah. What they're saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think some people thought it was a cover, but
Oh, really?
yeah, they were expecting a cover. I don't know. Kanye got a lot of attention for the subject matter at the time.
Yeah, I didn't know he did a song called Jesus.
I didn't either. So, but apparently it was a big deal at the time. Because it was the subject matter that it was.
Yeah.
There was a lot of discussion, which is probably why you guys are. But I
He's
feel
more in
like,
the public eye as well, isn't he? So he's more lined up to get that backlash and PR attention.
well, from what I could tell, I'm not sure people are understanding the message behind the song. I
His
think,
version?
well, I think because his version was in more of a praising way.
Yeah.
So when I think people are making that assumption about your next song, I think they're not understanding what you're really trying to say. So,
Yeah.
what are you trying to say? tell it.
It's another song that Ian wrote, so I mean, to me it just seems like it's, you know, just a metaphor for another relationship kind of.
What I got from the song was that it's a crutch for people and that people are understanding taking responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely not. It's not something based on anything.
What do you have to say about the whole movement in America right now? You're seeing this where pro-Christian values, conservative values, focus on family, that sort of thing. Is that weird?
Elements of it are not, are they? And elements of it aren't. I think these kind of things go back to stuff like we were just saying about the internet. That's probably causing a separation. So we were discussing yesterday, it's like when we were kids, we used to go like, I mean, I don't know what it's like going up to here, but we'd go like to the mountain here where we lived, we'd like make a swing, and we'd like make dens and hide out and all that kind of stuff. And go and visit these places now that I used to play when I was a kid, and it's all overgrown. You can't access it, it's completely, and that shows you the culture divide because of an internet generation. They don't go outside and do these, just this, you can see it. It's there, you know, outside your door. It's like they don't go and do these things that we did as kids, so they just spend all their time on the internet. It's quite scary. Yeah.
I mean, we just had a movie theater get shot up by somebody who took superheroes a little too seriously.
Yeah. That's what happens though when you legalize guns and they're too afraid to turn it around because people will cry about their rights. But I mean, what's more important? Losing X amount of people every fucking year, or the rights to have a gun? Do you really need a gun?
But I don't even know what you need it for. You're not. Why are you hunting?
Don't need it.
You have a good grocery store.
Yeah, I need it for self-defense. Yeah, but if you don't fucking have it, he doesn't fucking have it, and he doesn't fucking have it, and nobody can shoot each other. It's absurd. Coming from a culture which doesn't do it, because I've argued with people out here, and they say, you shouldn't be allowed, and blah. They shouldn't. Nobody, as a normal person, needs a gun in their house.
I agree.
It's absurd.
And actually, most gun accidents are in the home. You actually end up shooting
I
yourself.
know. It's just it's ridiculous to me when I'm walking through Walmart to buy DVDs and I can buy a fucking rifle. It's crazy.
And really, like,
Proof is in the pudding. Every year out here, somebody goes fucking apeshit and shoots people. It might only be one person, or 10, or 15, but to somebody, that's someone, the closest person to them. It's devastating.
And if they didn't have that weapon, they couldn't do as much damage. I'm sorry, but you can only do so much with a switch blade.
And in a state like Colorado, where this seems to be quite frequent,
yes.
How the fuck does a guy get into a cinema with a rifle?
That's what I want to know. Like, do we now need metal detectors in the freaking movie theater?
Yeah, clearly.
Unreal.
Yes,
you can't even send your kids to the movies. I
No.
sent my son last night. I was like, oh my god.
It put me off going, because we were going to go watch The Dark Knight Rises yesterday, and I was like, I know it's not going to happen again, especially the fact it's already happened. It's, it's a given they won't happen again, but I'm going to be sitting there all the way through the movie, and every time some fucker gets up...
Hear a loud noise or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to enjoy it. It's tainted it for me, it's like...
It has tainted it. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, it's horrible.
You can't do anything anymore.
Especially to happen in the same state with all the... What's it called?
Jeez. So, what's your favorite thing about the tour so far? About halfway through, right?
Almost. Just the kind of like the short sets. I like them and I don't like them, but I mean we just got off playing 1.5 hour sets, which can also be a drag.
Sure.
It's hard for us to get the dynamics across in 6 songs because we go from being really light and poppy to being extremely heavy. You can't really convey that in 6 tracks. So that's a little bit frustrating, but...
Well, do you feel like it's a good showcase to pick up new fans, or do you feel like it's not enough of a showcase?
I'm not quite sure, though. Still haven't been convinced in a way. Still getting to it. I think that 8 songs and 9 songs, 45 minutes is what we need to show what we do. There's a lot of bands out here, no disrespect to them, but you get into songs, it's really fucking heavy and the singer's greased, or they're a ska band and there's some really great ska bands on this tour. But for us, it's like, we go from Where We Belong to Destroyer to Rooftops. You can't do it in 6 songs, so a set is very clunky, but that's the only way it can be, because those songs have to be in there.
Yeah.
We drop down from Shinobi to Rooftops, it's like jumping off a building, it's like... The response is great for Rooftops, but playing it, in my mind, I'm like, we've just gone from something which is like... it's just polar opposites.
So it feels awkward for the band, which is... you don't want
the crowd probably don't feel that.
Yeah.
So.
Are you getting along with the other bands on the tour?
Yeah, everyone's really friendly. The weird thing that we've noticed is because we're older than we think we are. So a lot of the bands on the tour, not blowing our own trumpet, but they're really into us, they kind of grew up on us and then formed a band. And we kind of get that in the UK, we're used to it, but out here I don't get it at all. Like guys from Vampires everywhere, and a bunch of bands like really like, oh man, this is awesome, but like you just forget that they're a lot younger than we are.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's nice to know you're inspired.
When you're in this kind of group, you feel like everyone's the same age, but you forget we're not. It's like I'm 37, so there's a lot of bands here that are like 20 and 22. And that's really nice, so it makes you feel welcome.
So anything you want to say to the fans who are watching?
Just thanks for sticking with us. It's been a long wait, so we'll try to not make it 6 years next time.
Yes, please. Thank you.
The powers that be made that, so it wasn't.
The powers that be?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Jesus was walking with you.
Yeah. Got rid of it now.
Thank you.